Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again, another reaction for you guys. Today guys, of course, we're here continuing the journey of the Batman. This is the Batman Season 3, Episode 5, RPM. Interesting title. When I see that RPM, my first thought is maybe a car, so maybe the Batmobile or something like that. I'm not really sure, but we'll find out in this episode, RPM. So, last week's episode, Batgirl did not appear, and I complained a little bit, I have to be honest, because once we got introduced to her, of course, in the two-parter, Batgirl Begins Part 1 and Part 2, and then Episode 3, she continued on. I was just expecting, I guess, that she was just going to appear in every single episode of the season, and apparently that's not the case, and so it is what it is. But overall, I enjoyed the episode for the most part, because Ventriloquist is definitely an interesting Batman villain, and I think his interpretation and the way they went about using his character in the show so far has been interesting, and the idea of that Scarface is so overpowering, of course, over him, and Scarface is literally bullying him and everything, and of course he's in Arkham, so Hugo Strange is seeing all this, and he's kind of like questioning everything, so he separates Scarface from, I forget his name, but separates them both, and then gives him Mr. Toots or something, I forget the name of the character, but it's like a really cartoony character, basically going back to what he used to do before he turned to a life of crime and Scarface and everything came about. And then, of course, that all falls apart because Hugo Strange reintroduces Scarface to his life again after he has now been rehabilitated, which don't know exactly how much time had passed, between him being arrested and everything, because the opening of the episode, he got arrested and put in Arkham. But regardless, so Scarface was once again taking over and then finding out that the other personality, in a sense, in the situation, the other puppet that was being used as a way to get him out of Arkham and everything, and he was going to and entertaining kids at parties or whatever, was the one who made the call. So it's like that personality called in on Scarface's personality. It's a lot of layers and all that kind of stuff, but now I think they're both destroyed, so I'm not really sure if we'll see Ventriloquist again. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. But yeah, so let's get into that, guys. Let's see what they do with this episode and see if Batgirl's going to appear or not. Who knows? Here we go, guys. Episode 5, Season 3, RPM. Let's go. Racing right away. Okay. Is Bruce racing? Maybe. I just said that. Yeah. It makes sense that he's racing because he drives a Batmobile, so he'd be really good at this.
You're lost, Bob.
Yes. Yes.
For the policeman's charity fund.
Huh? Holy crap.
Who's crashing the race?
Exactly. Who is it? Interesting car. Oh?
Gearhead.
Okay. Like the eye. Yeah. Just dumping it in. Yeah, get out of here. You won't be able to catch him. No.
I don't think Gearhead's in it for the money, Alfred.
No.
He likes the chase.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Thrill seeker.
Okay. Some sort of technology or something. Wow. That's crazy. He can control the truck.
Batman.
Yep.
Time to kick things up a notch.
Okay. Oh no. There's a lot of people.
Remember,
Oh, she's okay. She's.
Batman!
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That was a cool visual. Interesting, like a driving type of villain. Yeah, crank it up. Let's go. It's like Fast and Furious. Wow. Holy crap. Interesting. So that's what he sees essentially.
Shouldn't tailgate.
Shouldn't tailgate. I mean, that's true. You shouldn't do that. Oh. Oh no. Yep. You might want to escape. Wow. So you need a new Batmobile. Damn.
Try buffing that out.
He's angry. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh my god. It's destroyed, dude.
I'm gonna have to retool one of my prototypes.
What? The design.
Build a better Batmobile.
Wow. That's cool. Ooh, careful. Yep.
I assume nanovirus into machinery.
Yeah.
Taking it over.
It's kind of crazy.
The instructor was making me nervous.
Yeah, that was it. Sure.
Where?
Suit up. Suit up time. Come on.
Gearhead is chasing the bullet train?
Bullet
Get the
train.
schedule
I
for
bet
a
he could
money
read. He
transfer
could
from the Treasury building.
just ride along with the train. Why not? There you go. You didn't expect that, did you?
Hey,
Hello.
no hitchhikers.
Well. Oh my gosh. It's autopilot, so you don't have to do anything, but
Let's lose the train wheels.
what's that? Ooh. Okay, nice. Let's see, what is he doing? Wow. What? So he can take any vehicle and it will morph into that. Okay.
He doesn't use nanotechnology.
What a reveal. It's not the car. It's him that does it.
I'm taking it out for a spin.
Okay, let's see this new Batmobile. Come on. Come on. Ooh. Come on. Come on, I want to see it. Come on. Uh-oh.
No.
Well.
But here's my permit.
Ooh. Fighting him on. Ooh.
Don't knock the student driver.
Exactly. Don't do it. Ooh. I like the design. I like it a lot.
Nice landing.
Yes. Yes. Let's do this.
Corinthian leather.
Holy crap. I think shot. He's really pushing it to its limits, it seems. Ooh. He's like, what? He flew right past him. Exactly. He's getting angry. He's like, no. Uh-oh. Ooh. He's prepared for that. Exactly. Little tap. Little tap. Little tap. Oh, shit. What are you gonna do now?
No one beats Gearhead.
He just did. It's not gonna end well for you. Nope, exactly. Ooh. Yep.
Wouldn't recommend it.
Yep. Good luck. Exactly.
Gearhead can't drive the Batmobile. Can I?
Can I?
She's a keeper.
Yeah, I agree.
I just thought I'd take it for a spin.
As I expected, guys, another great episode of The Batman. I really enjoyed the episode. There's a lot of things I want to talk about, so let's dive in and let's talk about this episode. So first things first, yay! Batgirl was in the episode. I really enjoyed seeing her in the episode right away with Jim, watching a race that I predicted right before they announced it, that Bruce is probably in this race because he drives Batmobile. Of course, he could race, so he's probably in this race, and he was. And I have a question. I guess Gotham just doesn't have an actual racetrack. They had to turn actually Gotham, like close down some streets and actually make a racetrack. That was kind of interesting, but hey, I guess you gotta do what you gotta do. I would think that they would have a racetrack somewhere in Gotham or outside of Gotham where they could do this at properly, but whatever. But still interesting to kind of see that. Like, it's something a little bit different than I was expecting, but with the title RPM, I was predicting it has something to do with the Batmobile, and I am correct on that because we have a new Batmobile. It's freaking badass. But anyways, so Bruce is in the race, and here comes this really, like, futuristic, like, sport-looking car. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It was just a very unique-looking car that was, like, looks like it cost a lot of money. Turns out there's a pretty interesting twist regarding, like, the vehicle itself in terms of, like this is not like a car that was built. It was created by nanotech, by Gearhead, this villain. So he jumps into the race, he wins the race, even though he didn't actually complete the whole race. He just jumped in and beat everybody else and stopped all the other cars and then stole all the money. And of course the police are chasing after him. The police are not going to be able to catch this guy. And so Bruce is like, well, we have a new villain in town. And so we get to see the first interaction with Gearhead and Batman. And he knows who Batman is. He's like, ooh, the Batman. He's like, let's race, let's figure it out. And let's see who's the fastest, you know, such like stuff like that. Like, it seems like he's really into racing because with the nanotechnology that he has, like his design, Gearhead, is kind of interesting, right? And so with the nanotechnology, realistically, he could do anything, I guess, with it, right? But I guess he's addicted to racing. He's addicted to that thrill, I guess. And so that's what we're dealing with in the episode in regards to what he basically is using his abilities for. And I'm curious, like, because they didn't really give a backstory to why he has nanotechnology, what's up with it. Like, he has like a robotic arm essentially. I just have a lot of questions, but I'm guessing in terms of the story they were trying to tell, that really, I guess, giving him a backstory wasn't really going to matter. I personally think it would have, but that's just my opinion. But we see the first race, if you will, basically Batman chasing him, go down. And we get to see Gearhead really showcase how he's a very good driver. Of course, Batman Bruce, he's a very good driver as well, but he just couldn't hold up. He couldn't, because it seems, as we showed multiple times, Gearhead is pushing the vehicle to its limits, and the Batmobile could not withstand, and it got destroyed, completely destroyed. We've been following this vehicle since the beginning of the show. Like, he's had that version of the Batmobile for a very long time. Of course, it's had, you know, its mess ups from time to time, and I'm trying to think, I don't think it's ever exploded like this before. Like, this is very significant. And they even make a point to kind of slow down the episode to where they actually haul up, like, into the Batcave, the remains of the car, and he puts his hand on it and goes, there's no time for sentimental value. Like, essentially, like, he can't really spend too much time mourning over the fact that his car that he's been using all these years as the Batman is completely destroyed. He creates a new Batmobile, which I think is really cool. I like the design. It has certain, like, qualities of it, like, in terms of some aspects of it kind of remind me of, like, Tim Burton's Batman. Because there was one, like, when he walked in, the design of the one that was hanging up or whatever that he was kind of, like, working on, it had the back, like, fins kind of, like, on either side. That's kind of like the Tim Burton, Michael Keaton Batman. I'm like, oh my god, are they going to go that route? And no, they don't. They go a route where it has some similarities to other Batmobiles, and kind of like the one he had, of course, before it got destroyed. But ultimately, this one is very, like, decked out. And I'm trying to think, did the first Batmobile have 2 seats or 1? I'm trying to remember. I think it had a 1 seat, but this one has 2. Now Batgirl can ride in the vehicle. That's pretty cool. Or anybody else. I'm trying to think. Maybe the other one did. Maybe the first one did have a second seat. I honestly can't remember. Apologies. But we see this new vehicle. We see a lot of really cool shots of it, and he's really decked it out, and it's so fast. Like, even when Gearhead was pushing the car to his limits, like with his nanotech and everything, Batmobile was still able to pass him like nothing. Just right on by. And he has it to where, even if because Gearhead did get in the vehicle to try to take it over, because the reveal is that Gearhead was using nanotechnology, and he was turning any vehicle into that yellow decked out gold car or whatever. He did the same thing for, like, a moped or something. Like, he turned into, like, a version of that. And we actually got to see Batgirl, who at first, she was, you know, not her first appearance, because her first appearance in the episode, of course, was at the racetrack, but she was trying to do her learner's permit and decided to chase after Gearhead and Batman when they're first, you know, ran into each other, right? And before, of course, Batmobile exploded, and she ran over spikes that led into, like, some sort of parking lot or something, and so she fell. That's unfortunate, but she was just trying to, you know, catch up. But we see her suit up and then go, and then the bike is on autopilot because they're still charging up the core or whatever that's within the new vehicle, so it wasn't ready to go yet. So the bike's on autopilot, and then she drops down and takes the autopilot off and is actually riding it, and that was really cool to see that. She tried to take on Gearhead herself. I think she did a solid job, especially chasing after him. Like, she wasn't, you know, backing down. She wanted to go after this guy. So that was good to see that. Of course, she gets, you know, captured by his, like, arms or whatever. Kind of remind me of Doc Ock, Spider-Man villain. But then she rides in the Batmobile, the new one, and she's like, woohoo, going over, like, there was, like, that part of, like, the highway that was broken, like, there's no peace, and they both flew over the cars. So that was really cool. Seeing Gearhead try to fight Batman was just, it was unfortunate and uncomfortable, because he can't fight. Like, he's a good driver. Give him that. Give him the props. But fighting one-on-one with Batman, good luck, man. You failed horribly. You really did. And so, at the end of the episode, I was, like, thinking, okay, so I thought we still had some more time. I was wrong. But I was like, well, she rode in the Batmobile. Are we eventually going to, like, when are we going to bring Batgirl to the Batcave? Like, that's my question. Like, I've been wondering about that. I don't know. Maybe I've asked that before in a video. I'm not sure. But when is that going to happen? I thought maybe it was going to happen in this episode. No. But he suits up and he's like, there's no Batwave. It's like, yeah, I just want to take out for a spin. Like, he loves the new car now. Like, Bruce loves the new car. So that was cool to see him get really excited, like, in his own way for this new vehicle, because now, you know, it's something, You know, it's something I never thought about because in the course of, say, superhero shows, there are times where they do suit upgrades, things of that matter, where they change a design of the suit. Because we've seen, of course, some differences in, you know, Bruce using some different suits, like an Arctic suit, and he used an underwater type suit or whatever against oh god, Killer Croc, not Killer Croc. Yeah, Killer Croc. Yeah, sorry. I was thinking the Lizard from Spider-Man. I was like, don't get those mixed up. But so we've seen those, but I never thought about a new Batmobile. So the fact that we actually have one is really cool. I like the new design. I honestly was never expecting to see that, but the fact that we are is pretty cool in my opinion, because it's something I wasn't expecting to see. Because I never thought we would have had a race type villain, like where they were racing around and everything, and Batman has to actually fight them via the vehicles, not by, you know, fist, which is the typical norm, right? So I thought that was a nice change because it was something I wasn't expecting, especially opening up with a race and everything, and Bruce is in it. Bruce would have won that race, by the way. He would have definitely won, as he took over the lead before the guy showed up. So yeah, overall, I enjoyed the episode. It was a fun time. Maybe we'll see Barbara pass her driver's permit. I mean, clearly she can drive in a sense because she was driving the Bat bike or motorcycle, whatever, the Bat bike, no problem, essentially, because she took it off autopilot. I'm like, oh boy, this might not end well, and she actually doing pretty good. So she clearly can drive. It's just in the moment when she's, why would they have a driver's permit? Like, why would they be doing it at night? They wouldn't do that at night, would they? Maybe I'm wrong, but they shouldn't do that at night. So anyways, overall enjoyed the episode. Great stuff, and I cannot wait to see what happens next. I'm loving the show, as you guys know. I love this show. I really do. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm curious to know what you guys thought. Whatever the guys thought, let me know in the comments below. Make sure you like and subscribe, and continue to follow along the journey of the Batman and the other content I have on the channel as well. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out.